afternoon to you all. I hope you are all fine. The last time we met, you were in the previous class. Thank God we have met again today on your virtual platform. You are in Basic 6, and our first lesson today is going to be on the substrand nature of God. Nature of God. This is Ogop, our world, our people. I hope you are all aware. So under nature of God, we are going to look at God as the creator, and then his names, what makes him unique. Okay, God as the creator of the world, and then the things that make God unique. Okay, the various names we call God. I hope you understand. So as we are all aware, we know that God created the world and everything in it within 6 days. God used 6 days to create the world according to Christianity, and then he rested on the 7th day. I hope you all understand. Very good. Let's continue. So if you are a Christian, I hope you've heard this song before. He's got the whole world. In a sense, he's got the whole wide world. In a sense, he's got the whole world. In a sense, he's got the whole world. In a sense. So you see, this song makes us understand that God has got everything in this world in his hands because he is the creator of the world. Someone will ask, what is creation? Creation is the act of bringing something new into existence. Okay, if you are able to bring something new into existence, we call it creation. In our capacity as human beings, we call it invention. Okay, but invention comes out of what? Creation. I hope you understand. Very good. So as I started with you, I told you that God created the world and everything in it. Okay, and then God created man. God created man on the 6th day of creation and breathed the breath of life into man. Then man became a living being. I hope you understand. Very good. Now, this means that God is the giver of life, right? So God created man, he bent down, he molded man, and then he breathed the breath of life into man. Okay, so God has given man what? Life. Okay, now God creating everything in this world, he has also assumed the responsibility, okay, of protecting every creation that he has made. So God protects all his creations. This means that we call God the sustainer of life. Are you getting it? God makes sure that the trees will grow. Even the birds that do not farm, God gives them food to eat. God helps even the tailless animals. Okay, God helps them to get rid of other insects that bother them. So you see, God is the sustainer of life. I hope you understand. Very good. So the various names and titles that we give to God, okay, to show his greatness and works are what we call the attributes of God. Okay, so we are going to look at a few attributes of God. I told you that we are going to look at how God is, his qualities. Okay, so the names, the various names that we give to God are what we call the attributes of God. I hope you understand. Very good. So now we are going to look at a few of his attributes according to Christianity. Next time when we meet, we will zoom into the other religions, and I hope you know that in Ghana we have established, or we recognize the fact that we have 3 major religions in Ghana. We have Christianity, we have Islam, then we have the African traditional religion. So first we are going to look at some of the attributes of God in Christian religion. Okay, Good. Now, when we say God is caring, you and I understand the word caring. He takes care of us. He makes sure that we are comfortable. Are you getting it? You go and you come. God gives you air freely. You sleep, you wake up. You don't even have an idea of how you woke up. Okay, God stands by us and he keeps watch over us, so he is caring. He makes our life comfortable. So one attribute of God is caring. I hope you understand. Good. Then we have also talked about the giver of life. When we started, we mentioned that God breathed the breath of life into man and man became a living soul. So he has given life. Okay, God gives life, and he as he has given life, we call him what? The giver of life. Again, another attribute of God is the sustainer of life. As he has given the life, he sustains it. He protects us. He makes sure that our life is kept. Okay, so he sustains our life. So we have sustainer of life, and then we have protector of life. These go hand in hand. As God is sustaining you, it means that what? He is protecting your life. So you see, a tree is cut off, the next moment you see that the tree has germinated again. God is the sustainer of life. Are you getting it? You see, an animal will give birth to new ones, young ones. God is the sustainer of life. When this happens, then it means that the life of that animal is being prolonged. Okay, if the older ones die, the younger ones will replace them. Are you getting it? That means that God is the sustainer of life. Let's continue. God is the giver of rain. Another attribute of God is giver of rain. You and I will sit down and learn a little science and come to the realization that some clouds become heavy and they fall as rain. But in actual sense, we don't even know how these clouds are formed. Are you getting it? So, according to Christianity, God is the giver of rain. The rains come from where? The atmosphere, and we know God lives in the skies, so he gives us the rain. So we call God the giver of rain. Another attribute of God is that he is the custodian of morality. This means that God expects all his children to put up good values, okay, good moral behaviors such as tolerance, forgiveness, kindness, okay, showing sympathy. All these are what? Good moral values, and God expects us to do what? To do them. So God is the custodian of what? Morality. Another attribute of God is everlasting. Okay, God is everlasting. God is everlasting. When we say God is everlasting, it means that God never dies. Okay, he never dies. Since the time you came into this world, you heard that God created the world, and then Noah and his people died. David and his people are dead. Jesus Christ came, he died, and he went to heaven, and the rest we heard of BC. Okay, before Christ. Now we are calculating in AD, after the death of Christ, and still God exists. God is still alive. Are you getting it? So God is everlasting. He never dies. Then another attribute, God is omnipotent. Omnipotent. Omnipotent, check the spelling of omnipotent. Some of you get the spelling wrong. Check it very well. God is omnipotent. It means that God has all power. Okay, if God decides to do anything, nobody can stop him. He is very powerful. Remember the days when he wanted to free the Israelites from Egypt. No matter what Pharaoh did, God was still able to free the Israelites from Egypt. It means that God is powerful to the extent that he even split a sea, okay, the Red Sea, into two, just to make sure that his children passed through. God God is powerful. Are you getting it? So we call him what? Omnipotent. Another attribute of God is that he is omnipresent. As God is here right now, he is in America, he is in Togo, he is in Afghanistan, he is everywhere at the same time. So we call him omnipresent God. He is everywhere at the same time. I hope you understand. Very good. Now, another attribute of God is that he is omniscient. God is omniscient. God knows all things. Okay, God knows all things. He knows everything. Even before you think about it, he knows it. He told Jeremiah that even before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. Are you getting it? Yes. So it means that even before your parents come together to conceive you, God knew you. So he knows everything. He knows what is going to happen tomorrow. He knows how. He is the only one who knows when the world will come to an end. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Very good. Please listen, watch, and read the notes on it very, very well. After this, I will post a quiz for you to answer based on this particular lesson that we have had. We have brought our lesson to an end, and I believe that you will take it very serious, and please continue to observe all the protocols because COVID-19 is still around. Please don't joke with it. I hope we understand. So until we meet again next time, it's bye bye for now.